Welcome to VLSI design lectures, and we are into lecture 26. We are going to continue with the P-Well fabrication process that we have covered till step 3. And till step 3 what we have achieved is that we have this N-type substrate wherein we have created this P-Well via diffusion, and we also have gotten the P plus pockets on the PMOS side. Alright, see, for a PMOS I would need an N-type substrate and P plus pockets, so that's how this area is my PMOS, and I'm making an accommodation to get my NMOS in the same substrate. That is the goal. Alright, so what we are doing via this P-Well is that we are fabricating a CMOS inverter. Okay, we are fabricating a CMOS inverter, and if I am designing a CMOS inverter, then what do we need to have? We need to have a PMOS and we need to have an NMOS. Alright, so this portion is going to act as my PMOS and this portion is going to act as my NMOS. So PMOS I have somehow created. Now it is time to create our NMOS by the side of PMOS. Alright, now let us move into step number 4. As you can see in step number 4, what have we done extra? We have gotten N plus pockets within the P-Well, okay. So for these N plus pockets, this P-Well will act as a substrate. But is it an actual substrate? No, it is a P-Well on top of N-type. Okay, now how did we get these? The same way we got these, that is diffusion. That means now that I have the location where my N plus pockets should be, I will bombard the dopants over here and I will create the N plus pockets here. Alright, so apart from that, what do we have? What do we still have? We still have the polysilicon with us. We have the Thinox. We have the P-Well. Let me name the N plus pockets over here. N plus pockets. We have the P-Well. We have the substrate. And we have the P plus pockets as well. Okay, now what have we done here? Let us write it down. So it is, we have to write what we have done in this step. So we will be doing the N plus diffusion areas are now defined to form the corresponding source and drain for NMOS. And this diffusion, the diffusion process is by what? By bombarding the dopants at a particular location. Alright, that is what we have done in step number 4. Now it looks like somewhat like an inverter, isn't it? On this side of my substrate I have got PMOS, and on this side of my substrate I have got the NMOS. Now we have to give the finishing touch. So as I have already mentioned that the P-Well fabrication has steps from 1 to, alright, so now we have to give the finishing touches. We only have 5 steps in P-Well Fabrication Process. So till step 4 we have got the rough structure. Now for step 5 is going to be our final structure. Alright. Now let us move into step 5. Alright. So look at this diagram now. Directly what we have got over here is that the CMOS inverter via P-Well, and with that we have got the voltage connections. Now if you remember the inverter, so this is the symbol, isn't it? Those who have attended my Virtuoso lab sessions, they know that this is the symbol. Over here I have Vin, Vout, VDD and ground. Now ground can also be named VSS. So the textbook followed by VTU, that is the Technical University of Karnataka. Okay, so this book over here has named the ground terminal as VSS. So I am sticking with VSS. In your books, let's suppose your university is something different. Let's suppose you are from Punjab University or DU, or you are from BPUT or somewhere else. Okay, some other country university as well. Whatever is given in your textbook, you need to mention that. Alright, because your faculty will be sticking with that textbook. Alright, so remember to do that. Okay, so now look at this fabrication step and look at the symbol that we have made in our Cadence Virtuoso. So we have got VDD done, we have got ground VSS done, we have the Vin, we have the Vout, we have the Vout. Now if you look at the schematic or the circuit diagram of a CMOS inverter, how does it look like? This is our circuit diagram, isn't it? And we also used to have the body terminals. Since I am in theory, I have to repeat that. Okay, so now look at how the input is connected. It is clubbed with both the PMOS and NMOS, and output is also a clubbed output from the drain terminal. So this is our drain terminal of both the MOSFETs, and the source of each of the MOSFET is connected to a particular power rail. So VDD and ground are called power rails, not the railways of your country. This is power rails. So one will provide a positive voltage, another will provide a 0 or a negative voltage. Alright, together they are called power rails, and I have mentioned this during my Virtuoso lab as well. So now over here, see, the P plus pockets and the N plus pockets are supposed to work as our source and drain. This we have learned from our MOSFET days. Okay, so these two, this is the drain of my PMOS and this is the drain of my NMOS, and together they are connected to form the Vout, and Vin I am giving to the gate terminal of both the P and the NMOS. Understood? Now what about the source and source of PMOS and source of NMOS? PMOS should be connected to VDD, NMOS should be connected to ground or VSS. That is what has happened over here. Alright, don't forget to mention the name name of your diagram. When it is your final step, you need to name your diagram. What have you gotten over here? Okay. Now, let us explain what we have done so far in our step number 5. I'll just rub these off. I'll not rub this off because you need to remember these things and you don't need to forget. Okay, because it will come in handy for your lab vivas or your theory as well. So let us now explain what we have done. So in step number 5, what we have done is that contact cuts are now defined metal layer pattern is also defined by this mask. Overall passivation, that is over glass layer, is now applied and openings to bonding pads are defined. So basically we have got the contact cuts. To get the contact cuts, we have to have the metal layer over here, that we have done, and we have also done overall passivation, means there should not be any kind of leaks of current. Alright, and we have got the bonding pads connected as well. Okay, so this is it for our P-Well CMOS inverter. This actually completes the P-Well, and as explained or as introduced in our last lecture, that CMOS can be fabricated first I wrote as P-Well, the second was N-Well, and the third was twin tub. So from here we have completed P-Well. In our next class we will look into N-Well. Okay, so I'll end the class over here. Alright, and I would certainly remind you guys that we are still onto the road of 500 subs. I know there are 37% of my watchers who haven't yet subscribed. I would just, send you a request, please subscribe, because if I attain this number of subscribers, it will give me some new features that will help me teach you better and more. Alright, so all is free in VLSI Design _SST YouTube channel. You simply have to subscribe, and to stay in touch with me, do also click on the bell icon. Until then, stay happy, stay updated.